Night soul dancing neath the voodoo moon. Crypto siren whale spinning my tune. High on the rush, a devil's delight. Crashing like a freight train, bleeding the night. Voodoo crypto screaming my name. Wildfire heart, fueling the flame. Draw the line, hold the voodoo tight. Rising from the ashes on the fight. Oh, voodoo crypto. Scream in the wild, lost in the haze. Greed's cold kiss, burning my days. Anchor the fall with the rebel's glare. Turn the storm to gold, breathe in the air. Voodoo crypto, screaming my name. Wildfire heart, fueling the flame. Draw the line, hold the voodoo tight. Rising from the ashes on the fight. Oh, voodoo crypto. Tears in the rain, I'm breaking the chain. Soul's redemption, dancing through pain. Voodoo crypto, screaming my name. Wildfire heart, fueling the flame. Draw the line, hold the voodoo tight. Rising from the ashes on the fight. Oh, voodoo crypto. Voodoo crypto. Oh, voodoo crypto. Ragged wings, my endless trip. Oh, voodoo crypto. I'm flying the sky. Market maker. They're watching you. They're watching you. I know what you're thinking. I see where you're at. You stop sitting pretty just a tick above that. You think you're hidden. You think you're safe, but the makers are running. They know your escape. They scan every level. They map every move. They wait for the shakeout. They wait for the groove. You said it had support. You said it too tight. They already saw it in the dead of the night. They don't sleep. They don't blink. They don't miss a thing. They know your pain points. They know what you bring. You can hide in cold storage. You can lock it away. But the market makers are watching every single day. They're watching market makers. They're watching you. They see your every move. Market makers. They're watching you. Watching you. Watching you. Market makers. They're watching you. They know where your stops are. Market makers. They're watching you. They're gonna hunt you down. They're watching you. You move your position, you slide it down low. They follow right after, they already know. You think it's random, you think it's just noise, but the wicks are deliberate, they're hunting your boys. You said a liquidation, you said a tight range. They push just enough to trigger They're watching you. They see your every move. Market maker, yeah. They're watching you, watching you, watching you. Market maker, they're watching you. They know where your stops are. They're watching you. They're gonna hunt you down. They're watching you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the weirdest crypto show in the interweb crypto market. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your patience. Please keep your hands and feet inside the vehicles at all times. Don't feed the bears. Thank you.
To tighten my grip, so I widen the stops. I let the room breathe, but I know.
Holy crap, something's missing. What is it?
The morning's gray, the clocks are full. The world outside moves slow, so slow. But there's a spark, a golden glow. Good ass coffee's here, you know. Oh, the best part of waking up is good ass coffee in your cup.
Nothing like a little good-ass coffee in your cup to get you going in the mornings, ladies and gentlemen. We got the music going. The buttons are acting weird. Sometimes it cuts you out, and sometimes it doesn't. Ladies and gentlemen, how we doing tonight? Good to see ya. Hope they're having a blessed day. We're looking at the crypto market and looking at Bitcoin flip-flopping around on this damn red line. However, I posted this over in the Telegram group this morning because I want to brag. I want to be like the big shots over here. Did I do it? Did I post it? Maybe I didn't. Oh, it's over in the Vanity wall, I believe. Over here. Hey, shout out to some of you guys. Some of the newer names I'm seeing over here. From Tor Dow, right over here, got some nice little gains, up 52% on the trade. Up, I can't see what it is right over here. What is it? It was 15% on another one, I think, on Light and Morph. Thank you for sharing. I put it over here into the Vanity wall because that's usually where we put all the percentage number. That's cool. Who did yoga? Best they know about last cost with possible reverse. Oh, this is what I was trying to brag about. It's just what we were talking about last night, but at the very last minute, here on was it the 6-minute time frame or something, I was looking at it again and happened to see the possibility of this guy showing up. And it's a certain ratio of Fibonacci pivots, right, or touch points. And cross our fingers, knock on wood, that's exactly what we want to see. Type 2 return on this one, double bottom structure over here, 886 Fibonacci. That was gorgeous. And then look what happened, and we're still up there even though they brought us back down a little bit. So here it is since then. But it's been this red line, man, that we've been playing with for so long. 6-minute time frame right here, just kind of stretched over the last damn week or so. Not missing anything. Just might be a little bit more noisy. I like the moving averages down here, but they are all down here right around 63.25. I hope we don't have to go back down there again. I think this might have satisfied it right here. 200 moving average crossing bullishly over the other moving averages here on the 6-minute. To me, this is bullish here on the small time frame. Now we need to zoom out and look at the larger. Honestly, should have done that first, but hell, I know how you degens think. You think like I do. You watch on these small time frames. You like watching paint dry. You like the pain. You like the pain. Do you like the pain? I think you might like the pain. But so far, so good. Sad to say, flag to the upside idea. That didn't work out. Neither did a shoulder, head and shoulder. It was an earlier call. That didn't work out either. So, but eventually it broke and we came back down. A 1, 2, a 3, 4 Elliott Wave sequence where we don't double tap this one brings us up to another 5th wave, going up at least one more time before we get another correction, probably right back down to the same area, to be honest with you. What we got going on over here? So anyway, the Road Dawg method, instead of having to chasing the flag to the upside and try to forecast and project it out to whatever, when we get a bounce off of a bottom structure, especially a double bottom, first place I'm looking is at 382 because that's the best place for us to do a 1-to-1 and get some traction out of this guy. It takes us up to these target areas right over here, actually. I think we already had that one over here. If we don't break below 63.1, lose that guy, or even break below 63.3, if we don't lose our lows that we got here, we got a gosh darn good chance to get up there to these particular areas right here. And I know it sounds crazy at the moment, but until that one day that we come and look at the chart and like, oh, well, hold down. Looks like we're there. Kind of like, you know, it seemed like improbable that we were going to bounce here last night, and as it just kept trickling and we lost trend lines and everything, and so many people calling for, we're going lower, you should know it, the signs are right there, people, this is it, get ready 50,000 50,000's coming. In fact, I don't know, I mean, now, don't take this the wrong way, but I shared this over in the group. There's another YouTuber out here, and I respect the hell out of him because I actually learned about Bukowski through him and some about Elliott Wave and stuff like that. That gave me direction earlier on to help get me to where I am right now. But this is Crypto Savvy. And I swear, look at he's maybe I didn't get the best picture over here, but he's smiling. When he can show Bitcoin going to $10,000, he gets a boner. I can see his desk raise up. It's just like, I'm like, and he gets a smile on his face, and his desk raise up, and his camera starts shaking and stuff. Every time he gets a boner talking about Bitcoin going to $10,000, clearly he still has his bearish bias. He did kill it, I believe, over here on these shorts, though. For some reason, he loves to short the bull market. I don't know why, but he is a good analyst, but he's just got a bearish bias. But the foundation behind what he does is very solid and very educational if you pay attention to him. Only just this whole $10,000 Bitcoin, I'm sorry, I can't get on board with that. I'm sorry, Savvy. You're a good dude, and I think you mean well and everything. You're just a permabear. Just acknowledge it. Play it for what it's worth. All right. Good dude, though. I mean, seriously. Ladies and gentlemen, let me come over to the chat and see you guys, because without you guys, well, I don't have a show. I'm just out here talking to myself, and I do that enough anyway. Trust me, I really do. Duality C's in the chat. How you doing, Duality C? You are number one. Let's test out our hand clappies. Are they working now, Sean? Sean? Damn it. All right, I'm going to try one other thing over here really quick like. On my freaking hand clappies. That's really getting on my nerves, man. I mean, for real. Let's try, where the hell are we now? We're in the, yeah, there. And here. Let's try that. Does that work? Holy crap! I got it. Yes! Yeah! We got our button back. Had to rewire it. Had to turkey jig it. I&J's making the move, says Bad Dog. How you doing, Bad Doggy? Good to see you. Before I get too far, and I know we have done one commercial and everything, but I do have some news to talk to you about. But before I do, I just want to show you our latest sponsor commercial. I think you might like it. No, don't click off. Don't click off or anything crazy like that. But shout out to the Aave Medina. If everything goes right, we get to watch it right over here.
Allow me, miss.
Good ass coffee. Hey there, fella. Want some ice cream?
Right this way.
Lovely day.
She will never see me.
It's a squirrel alert.
Are you serious right now?
When the nuts are gone, we
I'm on a
sound the
stakeout.
call.
Want a stakeout? Have a cone.
It's a squirrel alert.
Ah, good ass coffee. Cooter is all you need in any market.
Oh! It's just a file. It's just a fingernail file. How we doing, everybody? Got some fingernail dust clouds going on over here. IJ making the move. Thank you, Bad Doggy. Desinova, good morning, good morning. I need more sleep. I actually got up at a decent hour today and trying to change my sleep habits and hopefully can go to bed at a decent hour tonight. I don't know. I got some of that good ass coffee going on right over here. Speaking of which, before we get too deep into altcoins, which is going to be the main focus of our show tonight, is altcoins, right? After we talk about Bitcoin, just kind of, hey, look at me, and all right. Geo Gems, how you doing? Good to see you. Boom.Saint says Pump.fun and Turbo. Pump and Turbo. Turbolicious. Working clappies. I know, it's a miracle. It's a miracle. Love the commercials. Hey, thank you, boy Aave, for that one right there. I'm just saying. He slid into my DMs with it. Said all the right things. All right. I hear some super chats going off. We're going to have to come over here and acknowledge those before I get lost over here. How we doing? Geo Gems, thank you so much, my man.
Make it rain.
Thank you for your support, my friend. Yay. Oh, man. They worked twice. Awesome. Appreciate you, Geo Gems. So I'm working on something, okay? I'm working on something. I think this will go through, and I just see what happens with it, right? It may just be a little thingy thing, but it sounds really cool, and I'm dying to try it out. I am so dying to try it out. What's he talking about? Let me come over to the lounge area over here where all the cool kids play out. Well, first of all, this is not it, but this is something. Hey, over on Blowfin is where you see I've got our the channel account over there, which is still small, right? Maximize your deposit, $100,000 futures bonus on the table. If you're new and deposit less than or wait, is that greater than or the fishy butts? Greater than or equal to $100, you get $25 future bonus for new users only. And then they got, I think that it's probably implied that it's for new users. I do not know. Limited to the first 100 users, maybe not. I can't swear to it, but it doesn't say it there, so I can't swear. But $500 or more, $50 futures bonus. $1,000 or more, get $100 futures bonus. But it's every once in a while I'll get these little promotions through Blowfin, and if you take advantage of them, I mean, you can get some things and get some of those bonus rewards and things like that. And sometimes you get these free little vouchers. Like I had one the other day from Bluefin for $30, like to play on Bitcoin or whatever. I wanted to just throw it out there, bring his voucher. And I'm like, cool. And a bunch of $5 ones, which I think I better start using them suckers. So that's cool. All right. So anyway, this right here. This right here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me clear our chat over here. Good ass coffee may become a thing. Freshly roasted coffee, freshly roasted, delivered right to your door. And I may be working on a coffee mug too, because I want a coffee mug too. I think about doing some thumbnails on them. I think thumbnails will look cool. Maybe we can throw some thumbnail nominees over into the Telegram group there in the lounge, and if you got a favorite one you think would look cool on a mug, because the color schemes on my thumbnails and everything would look really cool on a dark mug, I just think. But anyway, right here, good ass coffee. I'm going to do a poll tonight, and we'll figure out what roast I should go with first. But I'm trying to get all the packaging in order, and I'm trying to get it to look as close to this as freaking possible right over here. Good ass coffee for at least one of them, right? And not only that, I thought, well, you know, if I can do mugs and stuff, I could probably do some t-shirts. And here's what it would look like on your future wife right here. A good ass coffee t-shirt. I'm just saying, just some ideas over there, venturing into the ideas of some merch. And who knows, maybe I can get a little following on Good Ass Coffee over on X or something, and or maybe it'll just, you know, just be a random little whatever. We're going to try that out because I want to taste it. They got some really good specialty blends over that I get to partake in, and it sounds really, really good, like some good ass coffee. Fresh too, not been sitting, like freshly roasted and delivered to your door. Like, here you go, sir, fresh out of the oven. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me come back over to the chat over here. All right, I think I got all the chats. We got all the chats taken care of. I think I got all the coin requests. Let me go ahead and put my marker up because that's what I keep forgetting to do over here. All right, so in the chat, squirrel says submit your coin for a live request or analysis. Priority goes to members and super chats. And last night, I think Haven, I don't think he's here tonight, but I think he asked for one, and it was the way it was presented. I think it was like Stonkmaster or something on RH, and RH didn't strike me at that moment as Robin Hood until I was like going over my stream later. I was like, he's asking for a coin on Robin Hood. Sometimes I will miss them, folks. Sometimes I'm just squirrel. You guys know. All right. So anyway, let's get back to Bitcoin. We'll go over the market indices because that's part of the specialty sauce that helps us figure this stuff out, right? I mean, to be more accurate in this market, these are the little ticks and trips that help this channel to be accurate. And I would not feel accurate if I didn't go over those guys, right? All right, so we got a trend line here with some wick, giving us a little leeway on Bitcoin. But notice how this one didn't come down to the trend line. Maybe it still will, maybe it won't, but that's a good sign, especially that 382 bounce. And I do believe we can get to 64.7, test that area, possibly because a lot of times a 382 bounce will actually hit this target. The 1618 over here at $65,000 200. So, well, it got scary today again, and we came down and did lose some levels. And of course, that red line is kind of important because on the weekly time frame, that's right up where our weekly 200 moving average is. So right now, and we should probably do that, just zoom out for a minute on Bitcoin just to take a deep breath, and maybe we may be getting a little sigh of relief here because we reclaimed the 200 moving average. And well, how'd you do that? And this green 9 moving average, let me see, have you crossed over yet? It has crossed, though. It's 63,492, and the yellow line, which is 200, 63,550. So it has got a bearish cross, but it's okay. It's okay. We can pull out of this. It's just like when we try to, if we're coming up from the underside, it can dip over, cross over, and then we lose it. This is just like in reverse over here. It can cross over, and we're holding the 200 moving average, and we can get a bounce from here. And ultimately head back toward the 65,700 area, and then finally, hopefully, get back up to these green trend lines, which are 382 Fibonacci's. Harmonically, what we just bounced up over here on a smaller scale, but still, they all tie in together in some kind of harmonic, geometric, kind of sacred geometry, kind of Masonic kind of way. 33-degree stuff, man. It's crazy. I see dead people. Whenever I go to the funeral home, there's always at least one there. It always seems like. No, I don't know why it is, but I can almost count every time that I go to one of those, and there's always going to be at least one. At least in one room. Sometimes there's a couple of them. It's like they're having a party over there, but not the dead people, but the people. Well, they don't. It's not a very fun place. Anyway. But I do see dead people from time to time. Not that I like it. Nothing to joke about. All right. Oh my God, I wrote down Bad Doggy instead of the coin that you asked for, Bad Doggy. How crazy is that? I'm sorry. I got to get some oxygen. Clearly, I'm just not getting enough oxygen going into my lungs at this moment. So I'm going to just take a deep breath and see if I can get centered. Namaste. I'm going to stay right here. 4-hour Bitcoin. I thought you'd never ask. So thank you for doing so. Gee. Okay, that's a better sign. This was first thing I was seeing was this over here, and I did not like that, but this is okay, but we're nowhere near it. 4-hour is not as promising as that 6-minute or even as that weekly. 4-hour says, yeah, we're still probably going to chop around through this freaking red line. Look at all the sell pressure from these wicks pushing us down. 50 moving average death cross here over the 200. The bullish thing is that we bounced off the 9, so I don't see a reason why we should touch the 21 just yet, but it is open, right? If we get rejected at the 50, we could come back to the 21, right? We would go to the 9, lose the 9. If we do, we would head for that 21, bypassing this 360 most likely, right? Just kind of, it's the algorithm of the moving averages. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you're not asking me the right questions, because that's one of the most insightful things that you can learn with these multiple moving averages. That even your rich gurus don't understand how that works for some reason. I don't. But some people do. I do see some people that are on YouTube that do see it, and some of you guys see it too from some of the chats in our Telegram. But yeah, there's a sequence of events on how this unfolds. It's mathematical. It's just simple math. It's not complicated. But if you can see how the ropes are braided, you can see kind of how they unbraid too, if that helps you out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, shall we made our announcements. We watched several good-ass coffee commercials, and I don't think there's anything else that I need to do other than, I don't know, sneak in another sponsor.
When the charts look scary and your hands start shaking, hit them with Send It Nasal Spray. One spray and you'll market by the absolute top with zero wealth destruction. Use responsibly.
Crypto cowboys, moon or alimony bags. Subscribe to Road Dawg Crypto now. Like or bear eats you. Better call Road Dawg.
All right. Oh, is the music on or not? It is on. And these buttons are all screwed up over here. All right, so bearish cross here on the 4-hour for Bitcoin, which could keep us under a little bit, but I got a feeling that tomorrow will probably be a decent little day. Of course, we talked about, where's everything at over here? Oh, is that what happened? Okay, just pull you down. Oh, cool. Before we get too far into everything, let's take a look at oil, since our whole world is all freaking out about oil. Oh, look, we got these little flags down here saying that jobs opening is coming up on tomorrow, the 4th. That usually doesn't hurt us too much. Forecast is 745. Previous was 759. They're expecting it to come down. ISM service PMI. Forecast 54.5. Previous 54. That's not usually a thing. That's what, August the 5th. Unemployment rate. Now that usually messes with stuff on the legacy market, which you can transfer over to crypto, unfortunately. So forecast is 4.3, previous is 4.2, so it looks like unemployment's going up, and something about a lot of people laying off or leaving the workforce lately. I'm assuming laid off, but it may have been, they just said, hell no, I'll just take this job and shove it, mister. I'm in crypto. I know how to draw a flag to the upside, mister. That's all. All right, so WTI, this is all, and I don't like this guy that says that we could see a scenario get back to 118. However, but we've had that for a while, right? But it's just recently completed, so it's valid. That could happen. However, I mean, Johnny Bravo noted this, and I got to say, gosh darn it, Johnny Bravo, you're spot on this. Every time that we come up to this trend line, we suddenly find ourselves in negotiation, and here we are. We didn't quite make it all the way up there, but we are technically supposed to be in negotiations again. It did get rejected after this line. Is it going to pump or is it going to dump? I mean, this one is so, you thought crypto was manipulated. Oh hell, the damn oil markets are crazy AF over here. Crazy AF. So, Dawn, to see whether we have to pay $10 gas at the pump, you know, if this thing goes to 120, or if this flag to the upside, touching that 21 moving average, might actually kind of roll over and come back down. What saith you, other indicators? Stochastic still have a way to come down a little bit. They can. RSI is below the signal line. What else have you given me? RSI, trend line break. That's cool. Okay, let me help you visualize that idea. That's not pretty, is it? That wasn't pretty, but that's okay. We broke a trend line, so that's bearish, all right? And take a measure move from this, put us down here about 33%. That could be coming down. She could be a coming down. And we're at a 0.5 now. If it did come back up, we could do harmonics and come back up a little bit and then start coming back down to these areas. Maybe. This is just RSI right here. The relative strength. All right, so keep an eye on oil because I don't know, but MACD's kind of throwing her word in, and she says, I'm feeling a little bit bearish on oil right now, sonny boy. And you better not get you some oil. All right, so that's the horrible Aunt B. That just did not do her. She deserves better than that. Bless her little. You ever seen Aunt B when she was young? Holy crap, she was hot AF. I kid you not. Look her up. She was hot. She was a little hottie. All right. Talking about the Andy Griffith show. If you hadn't figured it out. I jump all over the place. All right, let me come back to the chat and then we'll check our list. Life is measured in cooter. Gotta have it with my good ass coffee. Ain't that the truth? Is Sweet going to rip into? Fall apart? It looked like it was coming up, just number wise. I hadn't actually seen the chart. I&J, the one you gave me the heads up for. I got, I didn't write it down. I thought I did. That was it. Okay, I wrote Bad Dog. That's what I did. I wrote you down instead of the coin. I would have typed it in too. And I'd be like, are you sure you gave me the right coin? Damn meme coins. Good ass coffee and cooter, part of the complete breakfast. Not as much as milky cereal.
Well-balanced diet. Every morning, yeah, you know I gotta try it. Yeah. Pour it up, milky cereal in my bowl. My bowl. Mom's in life forever, that's good for my soul. For real. Yeah. Yoga pants, coffee mug, hair in a bun, dropping kids at school, then she still having fun. Grocery cart queen, turning the house to a runway. Got me trying to volunteer, pick up on the money. She got lipstick stains on a stainless cup. Got a meeting at 9, still glowed up. Packing lunches, packing curves, I'm in trouble. Every little side hug, feeling like double. She a MILF, part of a well-balanced diet. Every morning, yeah, you know I gotta try it. Ooh. Pour it up, milky cereal.
I got an ad enough. I'm doing a poll.
My bowl. Mom's in life forever, that's good for my soul. Yeah. Car line flirt, just a look, no talk.
All right.
All right. Power walk. She said, baby, I got PT.
That was that. Is the music back on now? Okay. Trying to make sure we get the music turned off when commercials go, so everything's just not all crazy F fest over here, Sean. 15 people hanging out with the turkey. Thank you so much for being here.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
18 of you. Lock the door, Sean. Don't let them go this time. They say it's really, really bad luck for traders who pop into a show and then leave really early without staying for the whole event. They say it's bad luck in crypto. I don't know. Judging how most traders lose a lot of money, I would think there's probably some truth to it from what all right. Des Nova, how you doing, man? So bored of Auto. Been a long 3 days. Going to pull 300 gains. Can't lose sleep for 300. Ido? We got Joe from Trade Intuition over here. How you doing, Joe? Well, this is Aave Maduna's website over here. You can go check out some of his videos and some of his creativity because he's a very creative man right there. But also over here on this little YouTube search bar, you can type in Trade Intuition and go watch Joe. He streamed earlier tonight, 9 p.m. Monday and Friday. Go check him out. Haterade, that's a cool thumbnail right there. That's cool. Shout out to you, Joe. All right, WTI. I'm going to go ahead and get on this screen so I can not get too far away from it. There's some things I want to cover over here that are kind of interesting that we talked about. And just want to throw out the good ass coffee potential t-shirt idea. I'm playing around with some ideas, but also the good ass coffee may become a real thing. Specialty roast, and maybe some bundles with a mug or two or something. Maybe a t-shirt or a woman. All right, maybe the silicone doll, that's extra. If you're interested in that, okay. All right, there's been a lot of you guys have been hitting me up in my DMs about the silicone love doll over, or the wiper place, the dishwasher, the new dishwasher model over here. We like to make our appliances aesthetically pleasing. That is our company goal over here. But this particular model, I'm sad to say, as it's more of a prototype at this time, and the only people that would have the privilege of purchasing that are the people that are members of the OnlyFans Bitsy group there. Now, for $2,499 a month, you too can join the elite Special Forces group of pervy, freaky, kinky traders over here, and you can get your Bitcoin chart setups in our private little dark room with Sean's fungusy toenails pointing toward the daily entry and exit targets there, which if you know, you know. That's where the real money is made, at least for my channel. I don't know about the group, but my channel, that helps out a freaking hell of a lot. So $2,499 a month can get you into this very life-changing group. Life-changing for me. You guys, you make it up in 10 or 20 years. But it'll be worth the experience because, you know, you got to pay your tuition over here in this market. You might as well give it to me before you give it to the market. Market's just going to take it anyway. Give it to me. That way we can talk about ways that you can avoid having it taken from you from the market while I take it from you instead. It's a fair trade-off and very educational how I do the 3-card money on you right there. Right in front of you, and you're like, oh man, you're so awesome. Fibonacci. All right. And so, yeah. One of these days we'll get back to crypto. This is supposed to be a crypto show, but some days I think you might, as this channel grows and develops, I'm going to come on here and start talking about me more, because that's what really fuels his algorithms, what I've seen. And we'll sit here and talk, and I'll probably tell some wild stories and draw some pictures and you know, just kind of connect things that probably have no reasons to connect, just so I can amaze you with, you know, whatever makes me look good. Yeah, that's what we're getting. That's what the YouTube is rewarding here. That's what I'm going to start doing. So welcome to the new and improved show. Get your good-ass coffee today. All right, here's Total ES, and it's red line. We're crossing those red lines, man. We're getting daring over here. But more important than that red line, which is important to me, it's a fib area, is this trend line, because I'm really big into trend lines. Trend lines have angles. I mean, you got your horizontal support resistance, which are granted your foundational levels, right? But you don't always get double tops and double bottoms. You get them, you do, but not very often, where price comes back to actually hit that level. Sometimes it goes below it, sometimes it goes above it, right? And you're like, yeah, but my sell order's there, my buy order's there, and it never gets hit. And I'm going to say with the trend lines kind of fill in that gap for you. And they also give you some other good information, like when the hell you need to think about changing your course of action here, mister, because it says a trend line when it's broken is an excellent way to tell you that, hey, man, the trend is broken. I know. It almost sounds too easy, and like there's almost a trick to it. Like, no, what's it really saying though? What's it really saying? I mean, everybody knows it's cracking off that, but what's it really saying? Because I'm paying attention to that. That's silliness. But it's not. Anyway, we drew this trend line and zoomed out and really dialed it in because she was playing around with us. But it's been very well respected here. Nice little double bottom off of it, making a higher high, and I would think that we might have a decent chance to see a little altcoin action. Will it be spectacular altcoin action? I'm not promising that at all because I don't make any promises in crypto because there's no refunds. If you haven't noticed, man, these wallets don't have a refund button. I have looked, I have written, I have complained, and nobody's figured out how to make a refund button for crypto. Maybe one of these days. Maybe with AI we can figure it out. What? Cold card wallet? They got a refund? Oh, they got an eject? What? They got a magical disappear. They have a magical disappearing button, apparently. All right, so it looks like altcoins could be getting a little love over here. That's cool. However, Bitcoin dominance got to keep our eyes on this. When it starts going up, it's going to make our altcoins lag a little bit. It's going to steal the thunder from our altcoins and put the focus more on Bitcoin, which is exactly what we saw happen last cycle during our markup phase. It's exactly the situation we were sitting here discussing. So wouldn't it suck if this happens? Because it looks like it could, but man, nah, surely that's not that would suck, wouldn't it? And then it happened, and I'm like, damn it, I need to listen to those hunches a little bit more. Or whatever I'm seeing on screen. All right, so this is S&P 500, and you're like, well, what do I care about that? Well, if you're in the stock market, you might, because this is a big indice to follow. Helps you kind of figure out if they're getting ready to pump or dump. And I've been talking about this yellow dotted line forever. Ever since we snuck our happy asses past our last all-time high and was bullish, went up there. I mean, what the hell? Like, money grows on trees, or printed out thin air or something? Surely that's not true. All right, so, but and I've been saying the last few nights, it should by all reasons get rejected here, because that's the extent of our fib movement, right? I mean, you're jumping up as high as you can to that basketball goal, baby, and you up there. I mean, the next logical thing is that gravity would take effect and bring you back down to earth a little bit, because you flying like Jordan right now, and like Jordan, it just seems to keep going, and I think it's about to slam dunk out of here, which is not what you would normally see over here. It needs to chill out. It would be scary if it does chill out, because even when it thinks about chilling out over here, the whole freaking market freaks the hell out. Oh God, I can't, the stocks went down 2%. It's over. And geez, man, what a bunch of whiners over there. And now we got them coming over to us. So expect a bunch of crybabies to start filling up our space. I'm just saying. Well, I'm paper hand. Sold all my Shiba because I read something. I read an article. All right, so it looks like we're trying to test that high, man. I mean, it's that you getting higher than S&P 500 is stoned out of its ever-loving mind. It's only been high this once ever before, and apparently I had a good time over here because it wants to go back for seconds. And I can't. I gotta say, well, you know. I understand that. So, still looking for a trend line. So sorry. Still not finding one, but I am finding some possible resistance areas on up ahead, higher than where we've been so far. And if that happens, I want to feel kind of stupid for some of that Tesla stock that I sold and I'm having to buy back. But I feel pretty good about some of the semiconductor plays that I got into that I wasn't in before. So that's cool. And SpaceX is looking kind of interesting. All right, so that's what I got from our indices. It looks like we might have a surprise run this week. We should be able to find out tomorrow, because if this sucker breaks over that yellow line, and it looks like it wants to, it looked like it do. something is getting this market fired up in confidence, whether it's real or not. I do not know. I don't know if somebody up in our shadow government's like pumping everything. But the 10-year yield bonds or something, they go up so high, and then Trump kind of backs off on whatever he's doing. That seems to be one of the key things to kind of figure out what his next move might be, is following that 10-year bond, or following somebody who follows that 10-year bond. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're done. It looks like it could get interesting this week. I don't know how long it'll last, if it'll be short-lived, but it looks like, from what I can see, numbers are trying to go up, and I'm kind of happy about it. So back at Bitcoin on the small ass time frames, like the old 6 minute, she's getting her little pullback. We're playing around with this damn red line again. Now look, our 50 moving average is down there. We lost at 100. Chances are we'll probably come back and talk to that one more time. Looks like we might solidify a trend line idea over here. I can't get a good draw on it because we don't have enough touches to solidify it, but somewhere through here, and whenever we get our other touch point area, we can dial it in better. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, is this a flag for the? I should just come in and do just flag it out, Helen. I'll just flag it out to the upside, and you know, I don't. One touch is plenty for a trend line. That's a flag. There are sometimes I can come on here and I just already know what somebody's TA is going to be. It's always going to be. It's always going to be this side, yeah. Up there, the measure move says it comes up to here. All right. Let's take a look at a few coins. Let's take a look at Pump. The coin that's doing some buybacks, buy and burns. It seems to be a quite hip thing to be doing for crypto that actually want to get traction after the brutality that altcoin investors and traders went through last cycle. They're trying to make sure that they ain't the ones going to be hated on. They're going to be the ones that they get have a little bit more incentive to chase, right? And I gotta agree. A lot of these damn coins don't have a good use case at all. My favorite ones are the ones that have a coin and some kind of platform. You go to the platform and you want you to sign in and then pay for it with a credit card, subscribe to it or something. Yeah, that's hell. That's a red flag. Been a lot of talk about wallets and seed phrases lately since the big hack that happened, and the tendency for what's going on, how much that we have been brainwashed over in the crypto sector now, with all the new blood coming in and everything, all the new influences, even the influences on Bitcoin developers has been slowly changing. Like there's some little evil master plan that just likes to dig its fingers in and slowly just contaminate all the goodness and strength so they can just be a little Trojan horse and take the world over. Where's my tinfoil hat at? But there's some thoughts in the Bitcoin where that might be happening. We're seeing with the hacking of the wallet, the lazy seed phrase, random number generator. They kind of skimped on that, and years later it caught up with them on supposed to be one of the most secure wallets for Bitcoin. Which, honestly, up till now I never heard of it. To be honest with you, I never heard of them. Cold card. But regardless, because of that, now you got people that are getting afraid of self-custody or having a hardware wallet. It's kind of the narrative that's being spun off of that. Let's say for let Coinbase hold it. Leave it on the exchange. That's the stupidest bullshit I've ever heard. Get your damn coins, all your coins, off of the damn exchanges and onto a hardware wallet. Preferably one that's air gap, meaning that it's not hanging out on your phone, right? Like Tangent Wallet, you do have a phone app, but your keys are over here on a card, not on your phone, where they can be hacked and AI can find a way to go and just the Apple or Samsung or whatever, where cloud or wherever your clipboard, wherever they may be, your photo, the JPEG, the picture you took of your seed phrase, so you, instead of writing it down in a book that you should have locked up somewhere, those kind of ideas. It's safe on here on a computer chip, and it was generated from this chip on a random number generator. It's not easy to compromise this little sucker here. Ching! Oh look, all my money, all safe. Technically on the blockchain, but I got the key right here, and then I got the little access on whatever Android device that I want to use that has RF frequency. Tangent wallet's my choice. Doesn't have to be your choice. I got some ledgers around here. You need whatever works for you, okay? Whatever works for you, but not the exchanges, and no custody bullshit. Celsius was a custody platform. Someone made a really good point. The amount of Bitcoin that was stolen collectively from these wallets, from the poor seed phrase options it had, and now AI is at the point where it can pretty brute force hack it and stuff because they didn't have the variety of words for their seed phrases. You ever read your seed phrase? Sometimes they tell a story. It's kind of weird, a very abstract story, but there is some logic to it, and that kind of freaks me out. That's like, how's this random, mister? I actually got some imagery from what you just said right there, and I think it helped me remember it. You told me a little story. Anyway, self-custody. The founding features, the founding reasons for crypto. We need to stay true to that, just like we need to stay here for you guys that are American and U.S., just like we need to stay true to the foundations of our constitutions. We've already got away from it several times, and it didn't do any good, okay? It's not good, usually not good when we do that, right? And the first time was when we got away from gold and silver. And then we got on this fiat banker system thing that we're on now, where we got the Federal Reserve banks, and yeah, that's not real, but they sure can't control every damn thing. All right, let's get into some altcoins, people. 19 people hanging out with the turkey. I swear we're gonna do altcoins. I swear we are.
For those of you out there who've been hitting that like
Look, altcoins.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Right over here, ladies and gentlemen, on the are we on the daily? Oh, you're not feeling it yet. They're not feeling as frisky yet. They might be in some good places to look at then. Stop watching, start trading, rain.trade. What the hell's that? Okay, Crypto Bubbles. Beat is down. I am not interested in that one at all. I don't trust it. Light is down, under $2. Barely. We're getting little pullbacks over here. Also like to come over to... is this it? Take a look at our gainers and losers real quick. Top 1,000. Cash Cat, you went up past 6 cents. Finally, let's go to the top 300. You're still over there. Oh, you're not? Cash Cat's not in the top 300? Surprising. I know what I want to take a look at too, other than this. We want to take a look at gold and silver. Now, I've been looking at it, and I've been convinced that it's been bearish, but there's some good arguments out there why it might be bouncing. I've been interpreting it as a day count bounce, go up and then come back down a little bit. I want to take a closer look. Might be something else going on. It may have changed. I don't know. But I'm hearing some arguments over here that are I'm starting to think, that argument has some weight, sir. Perhaps I should look into that. And that's exactly how you should do when you're watching somebody with TA, especially if they're even decent. All right, or I don't know, good or bad, whatever. Everything they say, you listen, and then if you find merit in it, something that resonates, look into it. But you don't ever take what we say for face value. Give our opinions and maybe educational, helpful, share mindset and see what goes in our head. See if it's similar to what goes on your head. It's probably not. I got weird shit going on in my head. This crazy in here. It's a mess. It's like a turkey salad in there. It's just all over the damn place with a lot of mayonnaise. But it's kind of ugly. But anyway, We are a supplement to your own technical analysis. And if you don't know how to do it, well, then that's also why we're here, so that you can kind of pick up and ask some questions. And if we got a group, especially if it's free, go take advantage of the free stuff. I'm just saying. Or go over to Thomas Bukowski's thepatternsight.com. It's where a lot of my education came from. And it is free too. Unless you buy his book. His books aren't free unless you know how to do it. Tell you. But anyway, that might get me in trouble on here on YouTube. Let's come over and take a look at... Did we look at Pump.fun? You are Pump.fun. Oh, I guess we need to talk about you for a minute. How you doing, Pump.fun? Didn't mean to run out on you without saying hello. You're above the non-moving average on the daily. I can't say a damn bad thing about you. It looks like you're trying to go up to our target area, 0.002397. I want to draw an impressive, put an impressive little price tag over there, because I think that's our next little pivot point. Got to take these guys out. Got to take this guy out. And then we got to work on taking these guys out over here, right? That is at 0.0036, which from here to there is about another 68% gains. 68% gains. Did he just say the C word? Breakout from a falling wedgie over here. Those little wedgies will get you off. They'll get you up off your... Yeah. They'll make you a few inches taller right there. I'm just saying, those wedgies have a way of lifting you up off your toes a little bit. And so we got a nice little wedgie right there. Look at that inverted head and shoulders over here. It's missing eyeballs. I know. Sometimes you have to have those eyeballs before you can actually see it, see the idea right there. But that was nice. Now keep in mind, 64% chance that we find our happy little asses back right down here at 0.001665. Other people that draw this pattern on their charts, I've not yet seen anybody to articulate this very real probability. 64% chance that our price will come back to that area. May not be right now, may not be this week, it may be next week or the week after, but at some point you get it's a very high probability, a very strong probability that we come right back here, sometimes a little lower. Retest this little breakout area on that fallen wedge too. But as for right now, here on the daily, it says, I want to rock and roll. Unless you're listening to Market Cipher, it's going to tell you something different. It's saying, red dot, that means sell. Sell right now. Get out. It's over. It's going to zero. Well, it didn't say that. I was just being dramatic. But on the smaller time frames, we're not seeing it. 4 hours says we can still play around. I still think we got a chance to come over here. Maybe that's where we get our break and we get our breakdown. And then we come back and test that 0.0016 area. That makes a lot of sense to me. I could see us going in toward the weekend, and then maybe at some point between now and then in the next 7 days, we find ourselves a 30% drop. That would suck. Oh, that's not fun. $100 goes to 70. You're like, oh crap, this is spot too. Right, I didn't have no leverage. I'd be liquidated. That would suck. Pump.fun, man. What's up with you? Turbo. Let's take a look at Turbo. I guess over on Binance. Zoom out. I feel like I heard this song 3 times in a row. Alexa, skip. All right, Turbo. Now, Turbo, you got my interest peaked because of this harmonic idea, which is and it also is got the exact same one over here too. So we got a nested harmonic within a harmonic pattern. Basically, it's like kind of like when you have a triangle, it's got a head and shoulders, or an inverted head and shoulders in it, or something crazy like that, or whatever else you want to imagine's in there. Smiley face, sticking up 2 middle fingers. Sometimes they do that, and it looks, the dab. Sometimes sometimes it looks like a man, somebody doing a dab. It's like a little Rorschach test over here. I like watching clouds. Yeah, but anyway, nested pattern over here. So does that mean we get double the flavor, double the fun, double the pleasure with double mint gum? I hope so. That'd be cool. I'm not going to fight against that. I can say that it looks like it's got a double up going up to resistance over here. Yeah, a chance to moonbag it just to come back up to where we were back in May there. Turbo. Nobody loves it. Everybody's scared of it. They hate it. It was a fair launch coin though, and it's as lowest as it's ever been, or just as low as it's ever been. Either you want to play it as a lottery ticket that it can get the hell up from here, and then maybe it will. What if it did come back up to our target areas, man? Because this is them. I think we did this the other night, and I was kind of like, damn, I need some turbo. I'm just saying, $100 put in here where we are right now. Holy crap, we get back up to where we were around a year ago. As we go into a market phase in this bull market, well, we can see those areas again. Cross our fingers. But $100 could turn into close to 800. About 780, 790 right there. 9, 8, 9, 10x possible. I mean, it can still go higher from there, but that's all, you know. We're not trying to be too damn greedy or too. I mean, it could pull back and then continue on up from what we got going on over here. But that's for this setup over here. Just for this setup, I got identified. That's your target. That's one of your main targets right here. 700% gains. Come to the Yesel turbo. And I wasn't planning on going heavy on means, but I'm like, I think I'm throwing $100 in the turbo. $25 at a time. So we got that. And then we got Sui, which is not a meme coin. But she is fairly cheap. 69 cents is not bad. Recently it went up. That was not as that was back in May. It was up where? $1.38 in May. I was thinking about back over here recently, meaning last few days. We got up to about 77, right? A lot of people trying to add into my bag, add into my bag. Look, it's in a cup and handle. I love it when they say that. Well, this cup and handle. Now, my argument would be that cup and handles are a continuation pattern. Well, is when I was doing my deep dive studies and everything, that's how they were categorized overall as an a continuation pattern. And the biggest thing that Bukowski was pointing out and emphasizing is that price rises into a cup and handle, meaning you're not trying to find it at bottom support areas. And I've been preaching that for a long time, and now I went to go prove it over at Thomas Bukowski's thepatternSite.com, and suddenly he's kind of like just threw his hands up and said, I'm not even going to argue. It's just whatever. I've lightened up my requirements and whatever. That's how I interpret it. You might get a different interpretation, but did it play out here? That's a nice looking cup and handle. You can even argue that the price came right from the upside. It didn't level out for the lip, right? Ideally, that's what you want to look for. And then you're saying, but you're just wanting things to play out perfect. No, I'm just telling you, within the parameters, the closest you are to there, the more luck it's going to play out like it's supposed to. When you got the deviations and everybody's trying to force it, oh, that's close enough. That counts, right? It's got those vibes. That's when you're forcing patterns, or probably dangerously close to it, even if it did work out. It just kind of feeds a bad habit. It's telling your subconscious mind, that's okay, I can cheat a little bit. We can bend the rules a little bit, and before you know it, you got your rules all bent out of shape, and you don't know what the hell's going on, and you'll be calling bottoms for tops, tops for bottoms, and trying to figure out where them flags don't always fly to the upside. But looking at this as a cup and handle, well, I guess you'd be disappointed because it definitely invalidated. However, if you just draw a trend line and don't worry about cup and handle or inverted head and shoulders, just follow the damn trend line. And if you want to add one on the top, you get a triangle-y shape, which is a symmetrical triangle. And you don't trust them damn suckers as far as you can throw them. Apparently, they're really good at camouflaging themselves as cup and handles and inverted head and shoulders too, right? Gotcha, bitch. Anyway, I'm just saying. We're trying to get back above the 9 on SWE. I think it's at a good place, right? It pretty much came down to about 886 retracement here, which, you know me, you know that's where I'm looking at. Shebang! Right here, wick down into it. Every other candle's above the 786 and our new fancy ass fashionable trend line right here forming at the 68.69. I said it. 69.420. Always a good buy and take profit area. 69 or 420 or 69 420 or 420 69. Any combination of those. Perfect. That's how we roll here in crypto. 1 hour in, 20 people hanging out. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate
Crypto
you.
cowboys, moon or alimony bags. Subscribe to Road Dawg Crypto now. Like or bear eats you. Better call Road Dawg.
All right, let's come back to the squeaky voice. Let's come back to the chat. Let's come over here and see what we got. Okay, so I asked you what kind of coffee. The coffee has 3 F's in it. That's official spelling. All right, roast do. Wow, I guess my ADD kicked in really hard over here. All right, so what coffee roast do you prefer? Light roast, 14% of you. Medium roast, about half of you. Dark roast, 33. I think I might like the dark. I think I'm drinking medium right now. But I like it. It kind of smooth and kind of chocolatey and kind of some of those other flavors. So medium. So what I'm hearing is basically should probably do this is probably going to be a design for the dark one. But I should probably do the medium. Probably be the best first one to go with then. All right, we're trying to roll out some good ass coffee and make it a real thing over here. Specialty blend, affordable. Shipping kind of does, but there might be some bundles to make it worth any kind of shipping ideas. If it takes off, I mean, if it does good, it looks like it's a sustainable little idea over there. I might get to the point where I can offer up the K-Pods. That's what I would prefer, actually. And since we're blowing our horn over here on that little guy, I feel like I'm just not doing it justice if we don't show the t-shirt idea. I'm just saying. All right. And the Silicon Love Robot, it is optional. We discussed that earlier. That's separate, okay? DM me. Maybe I can, I don't know. I can't put it on. Maybe you may be able to rent one if you need a dishwasher or something like that. But otherwise, we're probably just going to keep her and let her fill out. I model these t-shirts and stuff. Anyway, good ass love dolls coming next. All right, let's take a look at INJ. INJ, what are you doing over here? Nice solid touches on the line as we start, giving us our angle. That's cool. Over here confirming that. Oh, nice little another confirmation, even though you flirted breaking it, making a fling failure idea, a little bear trap idea. I mean, and we might be heading for a short squeeze if we get lucky. That would be cool. Well, gosh darn it, bounced off this 618. Why do you look a lot lower than a 618 for me? Where did we measure you from? Let's double check our math over here, mister. Twas not. Oh, it was from over here, wasn't it? That's what. Okay, from low to high. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we can play. Okay, we got that one. All right, we're taking. Show you exactly what I'm doing right. Yeah, we got us one, ladies and gentlemen. We got us one. We got us a possible 8-bickle CD right over here, right from the bottom. Is one of the best places to look for it. However, the tricky part for this one would be this here. To this one is what the measurement's coming from. So first target takes us right back here to try to double top. That's not good. if that's your main pivot point, you better do the. I hope you're doing the bigger one. We need to do the bigger one, which is right over here at $8.20. Or what is this, INJ? Need to see $8.20 or $8 somewhere through there. Getting rejected around 740. That might bring us. We might bring us back a lot lower than we want to go. And I don't know if that's a sign of something happening in the market to actually make all markets do that, or if it's just an INJ thing. I mean, there's a lot of support levels that got to be broken before that scenario happens, but it's just a possibility if we do come up and double top there. But this was nice. 618 from the local. Doing it from the other one, it did not hold the 618. It did on the nice little retest here. However, that doesn't really qualify for an A equals CD in my repertoire. But those targets are kind of cool at $9 and $10. But I don't see that happening. There is a situation here that we might be making our little happy asses down to here, okay, and just don't realize it yet. So if we lose trend line, and from here without going up and making a higher high or anything, I would be looking at 335. So if all hell breaks loose and something, and oh man, this move stopped going, I'd be looking for it to maybe come back and double bottom here. Probably not, maybe, but probably not. $4, but ultimately to come back here at 335. So if we break it and can't and whatever, something like, we could do something like that. That's kind of the bearish situation I'm looking at the moment, which is not bearish. It actually gets bullish over here. That's a place you'd want to look at getting in, because it could be getting. Let's throw hump it. Why is that lady on fire behind me, man? What's up with that? Holy crap. All right, so we looked at INJ. We need to take a look at gold. I want to take a look at it. I think I'm going to do XAUT. Or maybe not. How about PAXG? And this is gold, tokenized gold and crypto. Same price. Same price. No difference. You can chart it well too. All right, so we do have a breakout of a trend line, but there's just no volume behind it. My beef with gold right now is that we're also underneath what should be 382 support, but now it's previous 382 resistance. And a lot of people are getting bullish. And there's even some trade setups, but here is your trade setup on gold, right? I mean, and it is this easy. But if you break up, confirm getting over this level somewhere around 4,100, you're not going to nail a perfect entry on this one and be relatively safe, in my personal opinion. But then I think we can go up. But I'm actually looking at that we could get rejected over here at 4,300. I still kind of see a story that we can come down to 37, 36, right? So if we get confirmations, get above the 9 and actually get above here and show that we got a breakout, there might be a play there. It may just be a short swing trade too, though. But and the other, if we see us break the bottom trend line, well, chances are we're going to keep confirming that, and then we start working our way down. So I'm not sold on gold. I mean, it's in a technical setup right now, but there's no confirmations for it. And I see a lot of people being bullish and then some people being kind of bearish. And I'm still maybe short-term hopeful, but overall we're still in a downtrend. I don't think we found our bottom for gold. I seem to be one of the few holding that idea right now. Still think 36 can probably more than likely get nabbed over here. And the fibs are helping me make that decision as well as these moving averages, which have been bearishly crossing. So I'd also like to take a look at silver. So I'd take a look at XAG. Look at it. This is silver, tokenized silver. And it's kind of in the same situation. A lot of people getting bullish on it because if gold's going to get bullish and silver's going to get bullish, right? And yeah, I know you got a nice definitely got a breakout, but there's no volume behind it, trailing volume. and you're still under resistance. So until we can take care of those issues, unless we can come to a consensus on how we're going to handle this issue, I don't think we got a very solid contract here saying, yes, please, I'm about to make you a rich millionaire playing this gold trade up to Valhalla. I don't see it trying to do 120 just yet, right? And even if it did get a breakup of there, look, it doesn't have very much further to go for. It's going to run into its previous resistance here, right? That's going to be some resistance. If we went straight up, somewhere around $61, just a few dollars higher, I think it's got a lot more work to do. I'll give it points for trying, right? I'll give it points for trying. And so, if I had to guesstimate, I would say you probably got a lot of pattern forcers trying to force an inverted head and shoulder over here, or probably even maybe even a Adam and Eve, or hell, maybe they got cup and handle fever. Look at the cup and handle to the upside, just like the one that we just showed you where it didn't. It was doing the same damn thing, but same area, same play basically, but it dropped. What's saying? Through the upside. So we can squint our eyeballs, and as long as it sounds good out of the guru's mouth, like they're confidently know what they're talking about, as long as it sounds good, and they can give you 5 other ideas to look for in the next few sentences there, and I mean, it doesn't matter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me come back over here. Oh, we got to close the poll. 50% got medium roast. Looks like that's going to be our go-to there. I think we closed the poll, did we? Is it closed? Vibe trader vibes. Yeah, vibe traders are emotional traders. I mean, that they tell themselves it's their subconscious mind. Now there are some the subconscious mind is not to be dismissed. There's merit to those thinkings, but this whole vibes thing, or it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's got some of this. I mean, I do see a lot of emotional reaction there. Striga says, love that dark roast. I like it too. I love coffee and milk. Yes, I like the flavored creamers. I prefer chocolate milk. Must be good too. Have anyone tried dipping a chicken in the milk? Not on purpose, I don't think. Seems like it may have happened by accident. Let me scroll back up here and catch up with the chart. Dishwashers. Hey Joe, how's it going, Joe? Like I said, I mean, hey, why do dishwashers have to look like boxes, right? Why they gotta be that square thing, just flat back? I mean, dishwashers don't have to look that way. And you know, we like, and why they don't have to be loud either, right? Or annoying, right? And so, just me trying to be a future CEO of an up and coming cyber company here. That sounds good. Yeah, spin it. Taking my years of expertise and everything, we just decided to go a little bit of a different route. We decided we'd just draw on a little Elon influence and try to make our appliances, well, we just think that the more human, that maybe we can relate to them a little bit better. Like, instead of, pushing buttons, maybe saying, hey, damn it, go over there and wash them dishes. So, BH model 5500 was what we were looking at. BH, so and of course you would have the option to name it whatever. We'll respond to you, kind of like Alexa, but a little bit not as talkative. But and say, go make me a sandwich, BH 5500. And that little biatch would go over there and just start making it. I mean, it can do more than dishwashing too. We figured if it can wash dishes, it can probably dirty them up just as easy. Anyway, I don't want to give away all of our trade secrets, but that it's not available right now. We're still a prototype working model. We got to get the. Is it the vibration in the skin? The sensor thingy? What? Something's not vibrating right. So we still got some sensory issues over there. Bad Doggy says join Fungus mediocre at best. Fungus, yeah, the Futhy group, sucker. Hey man, I appreciate you for supporting my lifestyle. No refunds. No save game button. Fine advice. 1,000x on Lido. After they crashed silver from 121 to 88 in 1 hour, I'm convinced every market is the same scam, different version. If there's leverage involved, yeah, and there's been a lot of leverage involved over there. Down the futures, and especially perpetual futures. At least with traditional futures, you have a contract that closes and then you would take ownership, and it was basically for farmers, really. That's kind of the commodities and all that, and so that they could, if they had a bad crop or something, they can kind of offset, or it gives them a little wiggle room to do some stuff with commodities for farmers, right? And even was it the Brenner cycle thing that worked, that was way back in 1820 or 1850? Is that when it was? He was a farmer, right? Came up with the Brenner cycle, which has freaking been nailing basically market cycle tops and good places to sell and bottom years and things like that. I'm impressed with it. But the thing being, like, let's say futures like oil. I mean, technically, those contracts are closed out, and then you got to take possession, right? And so you have to roll the futures over or do something like that. You wouldn't get caught up with having, them threatening to deliver how many barrels of oil to your front door or something, right? You would have a responsibility, a legal responsibility to take ownership of these things. And in fact, it got so bad in COVID that oil went negative, like negative $50. Because they didn't want to have the cost of holding a commodity that was trading under zero. And then, of course, there would still be the associated cost with physically holding what those future shares actually represent, the real product. You're the paper trading, and then you got the real thing it's supposed to represent. I'm not always convinced that they balance out in futures, though, especially with perpetual futures. It doesn't have that mechanism. Just got to play it better than others. Hello, Mr. Turkey Head. Hello, Mr. Dusty Hunt. How you doing? INJ, $33. It's done it before. And now it's got a little bit more of a reason to do it if they get all the real world asset stuff cleared with the SEC and with MICA and what they're trying to. Hope it's not hype, and I hope it's not just them exaggerating or anything like that. I hope that they actually got things filed, have receipts for it, and it's going through the genuine process, which I hope that it is. Does anyone remember Fire Lotto coin? They had many Jennies in real life. One scam I paid, the one scam I paid for knowing it would be a crypto scam. That was 2017 for you. Fire Lotto. I'm not sure that I remember that one. It's got some good buzzwords, though. I mean, it sounds familiar, but I don't know if it really is familiar to me or not. But yeah, there were a lot of coins back then. Where forth did you go? Little packets of goodness, sweet juicy goodness over here. Oh no, we're gonna have a freak out moment. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the music for just a second. I have got to go off screen for a very quick second. Be right back. I think this is the better version of that song. All right, so we're going to take a look at ladies. Pete Damon says, let's look at SpaceX and oil for a long. I think SpaceX has a chance. I don't know about oil. Diamond is now worth as much as my PC. Subwoofer says, hello. Hello, Subwoofer. How you doing? Love that dark road. Oh, man, we just caught up with the chat over here. I'm in kind of way out of touch here. Closed out my hype at the top last now. Now looking to get back in at 53. I like hype being still at. I remember 48 being a hopeful number. I wonder if it's got any kind of chance to get over there. I haven't nibbled at hype in a minute. I think I'll nibble a little bit. The moment between thought and action. This is the buy. Dishwasher should clean the dish by sucking it all out dork. The Biash 55,000, 5,500, yeah, Biash 5,500. I think it's French. French made suits are optional. I'm just saying. Turkey left the building. All right, so we did gold, silver. We did pump, we did turbo, SWE, INJ. We looked at oil earlier for WTI. And, I mean, there's that scary argument, but there's... we've also got Trump in our 10-year. And, not so soon on that. Let's take a look at SpaceX, though. I think you might be onto something with SpaceX. Which I think we went to 108 or 109, right? Oh, we went down to 106. I started getting in, I started nibbling some SpaceX over at 107. And it's even easier now because I can get the tokenized versions on exchanges or even just on my Phantom wallet on the Solana chain. The Token X version, that's there's like the Ondo version, and I like the Token X. What I'm seeing on a lot of exchanges too. All right, so it's got a daily green candle above the 9, hasn't closed above it, so we got no confirmation on the daily just yet. But if it do and open a candle above that 9, there is a trigger idea, a moving average trigger entry for this breakout. So we do got a breakout, no volume behind it yet. So we got rising price, not very much volume just quite yet on SpaceX. Thickening cloud, I do like that. 21 moving average on the daily. That's something we got to address in the room. It's coming in at 117 and we're at 116 right now. So what's that going to be like? It's probably going to give us a little headache there. Probably going to give us a little headache. However, let us calculate what are you trying to tell us? Oh, nice, looky there. We did a full 1618 right there. See, this is what. Do you see this right here? See that 1618? All right. That's the extent for the proportion of this bottom to that high. It's not an extension. It's like a deep retracement. No, wait a minute. You are an extension of that part. My bad. You're in the positive over here. All right. But when we're talking about SPX, Standard & Poor 500, tech stocks or whatever, earlier, and I was trying to explain why she's at the extent where she need to take a damn chill pill, because that's exactly what it's doing. Our S&P 500 is here at resistance, just like that right there, and it should come down. But it looked like it ain't going to do it. It looks like it's going to try to go up above it, and that's just freaking, that's why it's blowing my mind. So S&P 500 is like this guy right here, SpaceX, trying to bottom here, because that's the extent. This is a strong ass pivot area, PRZ, pivot reversal zone. That's one of the best. I mean, there are some exceptions and some reasons to use these guys, but I ain't looking at it. I don't see it over here to tell me to do that. So the chances are, that's it. It's got a high probability to be a bottom there at 103. Where it worked down to, and I wasn't paying attention. Silly turkey, chasing them altcoins instead of watching SpaceX. That's what you were doing. All right, so I got some old targets over here. We're just gonna take all this out. We're gonna map out SpaceX. All right. So apparently, I guess prostitution is going to be legal with on Mars, because SpaceX will make sure that SpaceX is taken care of. I'm sure they'll venture out. Instead of just taking a trip around the world, they'll take a trip around the solar system right there. I'm here all week, people. Come on, that was funny. Come on. I'm just saying. Well, thank you. I'm not that full of myself, though. I mean, that was off the cuff, people. That was comedy gold. All right, look, $132. Could be the accumulation zone, with 151 being one of our nice targets. Ichimoku Clouds, she's over here blabbing off something about 168 or 169. You know which one it's going to be. It's going to be 169 if it had the choice. Anything 69 420 seems to work pretty good for anything Elon Musk is associated with, not just Doge. I think he's behind that, though. But let me find out Elon Musk is why everything is stopping and selling at 69 and 420. Let me find out that's his only target. Seems like, I'll just sell it 69 cents for Doge. That's why it couldn't get up for Saturday Night Live, because that's what I'm going to sell. What would you do at 69? And of course, 420. How about a joint? All right, so well, we could. That's a nice little area. It's right underneath all this more bigger headache around 168. All right, so on the daily, I got to say I kind of like it. On the 4 hour, I'm getting little tinglies looking at SpaceX, thinking, oh, I think my little SpaceX collection that I did is a good move there. Yes. Let me come back to the chat over here. I don't think Damien's in here, is he? I think he already cashed his chips and went home. But taking a look at the WTI for the oil, that was the one, right? Or did he just go with oil? And there may be a difference over here. Well, let's just trade oil futures right over here. Let's look at oil. Oh, hell no, that's worth. Sometimes these futures are by multiples or something, and they're not is not reflecting the actual barrel. I think they got micro futures. Others variations. We'll go back, take a look at WTI over here one more time. So she's getting a nice little bounce here on the 4 hour. So bullish on the 4 hour, nice bullish cross at 200 over the 360. So she might get some traction short term. Where'd you go? Ooh. All right, so for WTI, if it does get some traction and we do start seeing a little upward motion out of this guy, well, it's got some things it needs to do first. One, it needs to break out of this trend line, which it looks like it's trying to do. Once it gets out of that trend line, well, we got a brand new trend line over here of resistance somewhere around 88. So this $86 to $88 area is going to be a real fight zone. Now, the arguments you got for it to be bullish is that it came back and retested our 2-3 or little red line here, 236. This accumulation zone, this is possibly a bullish retest of it before we go up, meaning that we also got a possibility of an AB equals CD pattern over here. All right, so let's take our little ABCs and let's see what they spell out and what they're trying to tell us over here. Swing low to swing high. Tell me what I need to buy. We're at 618, but not perfectly at 618. Never perfect over here. Why? You got a possible trend line idea that we are underneath at the moment. So that's the warning sign, right? That's a warning sign. Let me straighten up a trend line, make sure we get her in there. This was the original trend line right here that got broken and been out of shape. So this area right over here is going to be some resistance too. So any longs over here, I think you're going to have to be very patient. And I mean, what are you going to get out of it though? Well, unless you go high leverage, and then if it goes against you, then you're. But what are you going to get? You 10%? 10%? What are you going to have to do? Go 30, 40, 50%, 50x on it or something? That's a little too risky for me. Even 10x doesn't give you much wiggle room with oil. Even 10x. So if we are forming a new trend line, if it holds and we don't get a bearish retest like is likely to happen, if we do have the bullish setup, the one-to-one move, the Aave equals CD that I started talking about before I got sideways corrected over here, 105 and then maybe 112. But it's got to get over here. It's got to get past Miss Lucy, Miss Devil line over here. And then it's got to get past this trend line over here at $90. Then we got to take out $96. And then we got to come up to, well, our target area here. And hopefully take out 104 or else we'll come on back down. So there might be, there could be a trade here. But what we pointed out, that every time that we get to the top of this trend line over here, miraculously we start finding ourselves in negotiation talks, and maybe that's evolved on this chart. That would even make more sense. But other chart we were looking at, there was a little bit more space. But every time we come up around here, and it's getting smaller and smaller as the trend line is getting smaller and smaller, we find ourselves, they are ready to negotiate. They're calling me every day. I know they're saying something totally different to you and the rest of the world, but they're calling me every day, begging me to negotiate. So we're going to negotiate, and they're probably going to shoot some stuff down, and we'll just say that's not very nice. And would you like to negotiate again, please? We could start all over and get this clock running all over again. Would you like to sit down now and negotiate? Okay, well, that was bad. We're probably going to retaliate a little bit, but then would you like to negotiate? Every time that we get up close to that line. Meanwhile, back at Bitcoin, 1 hour 39 minutes into the show, Bitcoin taking out this guy. This guy is done. Well, what does that mean? Well, that means we need to look and see if we got a reciprocal pattern idea over here. What the hell is he talking about? He's using fancy words I haven't heard since 4th grade. What the hell? And I didn't understand it then. I don't understand it now. F you fractions. I don't want to really take those. Oh, I'm not trying to move anything. But I keep doing it. Is there one? Is there another one? I don't know that it's going to qualify. I don't know if it's going to meet the numbers. No, you wouldn't. I don't think so. Let's go 886, and that's. I don't know, man. I don't know that you're going to be able to do that one. But you still take us pretty much really close to right there. Right under mine of the target. There might be, there might be something else telling us that we might be coming up to about 65,000, but then it's also saying, if that's true, if this guy does play out, it could also be a rejection there. We got one other oh, that one works out even better though. That one's coming in really nice. The higher high one, yeah, the alternative there. All right. Well, I kind of like that idea. I do. The only thing I don't like, at least here on the 1 hour, bearish crosses here. That means probably not a flag to the upside just yet. Might have to. It might have to blow up there on that flagpole just a little bit longer before it goes and goes off drifting like a kite in the wind to Valhalla, to the upside. But if it do, right up here, 65,100 area. Hey, David. No, Joe. Road Dawg drew his fibs the wrong way on the WTI analysis. Hey, you're still here, me, Damien. Good to see you, man. I've been doing 50x lev on all these days. Well, that doesn't give you very much room for it to go against you. How's that working for your stop losses? Because they have to be extra tight, and that means a lot of stop outs. Because I find myself having to do that on these things if I have to use more leverage. Of course, it also depends on the size of account too, to a degree, right? If we're a small account, I don't have as much wiggle room. The small account's what we do here on the show, right? We do have a Blowfin account over here. $1,000 into this account, 900 in spot, 100 over to futures because that's sensible and responsible, right? Well, I don't want to lose all my $1,000 chasing this damn gambling future stuff over here. But we do have we've got us a Bitcoin trade over here. But I don't know. I draw my fibs. I have a very particular method to draw my fibs, and the reason that I do is because it's part of the Harmonic framework. You do have to draw them different ways to read them correctly for harmonics, and to verify that your guys over here, if you all do them from one direction only, these numbers won't make a damn bit of sense to you. You're like, what the hell? Where did that come from? What? I don't get it. Why is that a 2.05 over here? How'd they get that? Yeah, you won't get it if you're not pulling your fibs bi-directionally. But I do recognize that there are some more. There's several different ways to pull fibs, right? Schools of thought. Mine lean toward harmonics. That means there's repeatable patterns with fibs, and that's my belief system. And that's how I interpreted the word that I read, brethren. And then you got some other things. And you got the guys that are always looking for the 618, no matter what, right? Everything's to the golden pocket, to the golden pocket, to the golden pocket. And there is that, but it's always for the local. It's always for the local. And then we also tie into Elliott Wave theory on that one, on that particular take, right? I try to mention that whenever we approach that idea. But harmonically, yeah, that's where my little bonus places come into to play. And I don't look at them and guess at them just because they're here on my screen. I actually have a system that tells me which ones are most likely to come into play and to pick them out. Based on that system, I'm not just waiting, oh, let's just see where it stops and that's it. Oh, look. On ya. No, we're going to put them out there, and they don't always work out beautifully, perfectly. But hell, a lot of times they do, right? A lot of times they do. There's something to be said about harmonic ideas. That's all I'm saying. And you got different styles of kung fu over here, baby. You may be monkey or drunken monkey or snake. You like water. You may be doing the Wing Chun or China. That one. They tried to pass that off as ninjutsu to me when I was studying, but some cool stuff in there. China. Talk about they got some cool little brutal ass tricks there. All right, it's all about the circles. All right, we're going to take a look at hype and come back to the chat. Make sure I didn't miss anything. We'll return to munching and let the next trade appear itself and not go looking for it. Just close to all longs. Road Dawg, how about BNB right now? Put that on here too. Look at it next. AVAX is up, Road Dawg. Good. It needs to. It's been in this range for a while. Uniswap is pulled back, right? It's about 390 right now, maybe a little lower. It's not a bad place to be looking at Uniswap. I'm just saying. At some point, we will get about $5 to $6 on Uniswap, and you'll be looking like back and saying, I could have got it under $4. We got that. Oh, wow, I missed out on a lot of chat. It was telling me I was caught up, but I wasn't. Oh, no, I am. Okay, there we are. We're there. Geo Gems, thank you so much for the super chat again. Thank you for your support. I appreciate that. God bless you, my man. Me Damon says, yes, lots of stop outs. I usually put stop loss at $1 or $2 away from entry. Yeah, like I say, you'd have to. But I mean, in the chop, it's just so easy just to see it just kind of chop away at the balance with the stop loss, because a lot of times I'm having to go over my 1% to have the trade to work out to fit in, and it would come and get me. Same thing. So this happened on some of my Bitcoin trades too. Sometimes I do put my stop losses a little too tight, and what that's a sign of is that I'm trying to use too much leverage and trying to get a bigger position than my account can actually hold. Right? It's not mathematically lining up with my 1%. I'm letting my brain get in my way. And so I'm making allowance for, we'll go a little extra on the stop loss, or we'll put our stop loss a little bit tight, just in case, so we won't lose. And that's not bad, but it's really tight. But I'm not going to bitch about myself if I put it at an invalidation point for the setup I'm looking at. Like if I got a trend line, I'm buying the bottom of the trend line. It breaks that trend line. By my rules, that setup has been invalidated. Cut it off. So me having a lower stop loss in those situations, it's just me giving away free money. So I will put it tight there, but sometimes I do go a little bit too tight. I know you're good on fibs. I just think it's comical to say wrong way on fibs. It all depends on what you're trying to accomplish. Yeah. Whether it be looking at a fib retracement or fib extension levels. There's a place for it all. And really what I do, I mean, you see me, I get into the negatives over here. I don't even have a 2 on this. I got 2.7. That's, and it is pretty damn accurate as well. Why? 0.002%. Oh, that makes a lot of difference. But yeah, I mean, not many people do it in the negatives like I got here. I'm probably one of the rare birds. No, I did it again. That was funny. Rare bird. Birds of a feather. Or maybe I don't have a feather. Nor do I have a pecker, apparently. I've been looking for it. I can't find the damn thing. I've looked up here. I've looked down here. I've looked where I thought it would be, but it's not here, apparently. I don't see a pecker here. I have nothing to breathe through but my mouth. I'm a mouth-breathing turkey now because I got no pecker or nostrils or anything. I got some cute beauties on over here. I like them. I wish I could change their color. I can't reach them, though. I try to touch them, and I just like trying to grab smoke. I'm not even sure if I'm real. All right, so these negative guys, I mean, they are just it's shortcut, darling. It's a shortcut from having to take this 3-pointer over here and put it out there, basically. I did that totally wrong. Well, you got to come back up to the 0. Do you see that? Do you see that now? Do you see that now? How the extension gives me the negatives I got over here. Well, that way I don't have to pull that little sucker out when I need an extension from this guy to that one. In that order. Take a look at BNB. Well, the original buyback coin. $5.91. I gotta say, for the last few years, anytime it got below $600 has generally been a good time to collect it. However, it's not done very much above it, though, right? I mean, 2024 and all of that, we got down as low as 400 on a wick when the market fell out. Now, you probably couldn't even have bought it then unless you had a limit order that luckily got hit during the big drop, scary drop. But it basically hung around 650, but it only topped out and very briefly up about 1300. So you got a congratulations, you got a 2x, woo! Which is nothing. I mean, that's good, but that's not what we really write home about. Like, you can get a 2x out of Dogecoin a lot easier than get a 2x out of BNB. So where should you put your money? I mean. All right, we could probably talk this out for a while. I'm just saying. Or agree to disagree. Which is the best value, Dogecoin or BNB? I hope that it doesn't, but because of how we're relating to the Fibonacci, I think that we could find ourselves at 462 over the next few months. It's been on a downward trend here, right? Now, locally, it's trying to get a little bounce over here, and I know you can draw a trend line over here, and if you do look at patterns and look at that are formulated by drawing trend lines, locally over here, you see you got an expanding broadening pattern. It's kind of like the opposite of a symmetrical triangle, except for these can be a lot more fun. And just like the symmetrical triangle can do the rabbit run and start going all crazy, these can too. They can just do it the fun way. They can take it to all the extremes over here as they fill out this big ice cream cone megaphone looking thing over here. So, and 360 above the 600, above the 800. It's got headwind. I mean, it's got to fight for it, but I can see an argument for us to come up and make that higher high over here at 770 locally. But at some point we may, this one may show up. I don't know when, but it's on the menu. Okay, this one's on the menu. It just may not be. It may not be today. All right, it may not be Fish Friday. It may not be Fish Day, but eventually it's going to start stinking up over here about 458. Like, what is that? Is that tuna? Harriet, is that you? Helen? Damn. Touche. That was funny. Come on, people. All right. Take a look at that Avalanche. Yetham, you're a 690. That's cool. Are you trying? Are you getting out of our little accumulation zone over here? Look at that complex inverted shoulder, head and shoulder to the upside. I told you, if you've been in my group, you paid me $99. Yeah, you would have got this too. You would be in the using the money. Got a nice little breakout. Got some volume behind it. A little bit. She's still got lots of areas to take care of at $7. Get above 7. It's a nice little start. Look at that. That's a nice start. Well, that was a nice sneak achieve move after you dump down to $6. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my accumulation zone beneath that red line. At this point in the game, I just got limit orders set when I'm building a bag. Like on this one, it's like every couple of 10 cents or whatnot. All the way stacked through here. Just like when you take a candle wick and dip it into the wax and let it build up or whatever, every time it comes down there, it just adds up. This is akin to what your grid bots do. It's a strategy very much akin to what grid bots do. And you accumulate here, and then there's another part. It looks like a black widow spider mark. There's also these take profit areas up through here. Right, so if we do go up, there will be some small take profits to kind of help me balance this position. This is a position trade for me. This is my method for position trading, to build up a bag in this area, keep most of that bag, but I gotta sell some of it off strategically as far up as we get, so that when we come back down, and if we come back down in this area, I got some fresh new buy orders here to take place of the ones that it did here, and gradually over time, we're slowly starting to turn a little bit of a profit. And if we get a nice big move, well, then I can sell more. If we come back, I can buy more and build this bag. And the value of this bag slowly, however many times that we bounce up and down in this little accumulation range. That is what I do with spot and spot margin. I am playing with some spot margin, too many of them, but they're very small, because my challenge is that I'm doing over that. It's for more my degen side, and my challenge is to take, small bags. Like, seriously, after I get into so many coins on it, then I gotta these have got to be small bag. So it may be like $50 worth, or sometimes even $25 worth, because it depends on how much I can borrow against it. And we'll see how big I can build them suckers up, and they can go from $50 to several hundred dollars worth over here. It turns into a couple of thousand as we start working our little happy asses up. And it all started from somewhere between $25 and $50 initial investment over here. It takes a lot of time and patience, and it is susceptible unless you keep up with stop losses or stop limits, and they're a little bit different to place. But if we ever get another October 25th or another April 7th taco tariff day, and for whatever reason powers that be in the market side they just want to just dump us hard, fast, and ugly black swan event, well, they can get you. But doing those things kind of help lower that too, right? Position trading, spot margin trading's it's a little bit of a different animal. It's more like spot than perpetuals. A lot more like spot than perpetuals, but it's still leverage. And whenever you got leverage involved, you're always risking the waiter coming up and saying, "Sir, we found your ass over here in the toilet. Is this your ass? Would you like your ass back?" They hand your ass back to you because it can come get you. It can come get you. AVAX got a nice little 200 over that 360 moving average there. I think we're trying to do something where we're still in a range. We'll still probably see it go up and come back down to some of these areas over the next several weeks. The accumulation zone, it's accumulation. So if the smart money is accumulating, like I am, Not that I'm smart, but I'm using their methods too. That's one of their methods right there to accumulate what I just showed you to build up these bags. I'm going to accumulate some too for AVAX in case it wants to go back to $50 or gosh, if it pulls off its real world asset ambitions over here for real, and I think it's definitely a big contender for that. Get some more institutional involvement and play over there and more total value locked on that chain, then yeah, might even see 150 out of this one again. It might be able to do it. It's got, I think, only 500 million coins, right? That's at $8. Oh yeah. So yeah, I do like Avalanche. That is one of that is one of the more main ones that I'm looking at over here is Avalanche. So Caspa is still very cheap, still under 3 cents. Even got around to I think around 2.5, almost 2.5 today. Solana been going through a pullback. Aave is going through a pullback. Aave, and then the low 90s. Take a look at you, Aave. You're in 92. Did you get a bounce? It's the 4 hour you got a bounce. So these moving averages, there's some momentum that's trying to push it up. They're trying to go bullish. Still got some more hurdles to go through. It's trying. With Aave, we broke trend line, and I could read that as a bearish retest. And also, this is kind of bearish. So we definitely got rejected over here at $102. I would say that we would have a good chance probably to come down here to about 83. We just don't see it just yet. So this might be an actual bear flag idea. Right here. And AB with CD play 2. Which could get us down to, you're going to say an 81? And if it do, I am buying the hell out of Aave. Because this one goes $700-800, and this one is for institutions and whales, and it's there for the total value lock. And a blue chip player right here at $92. Wouldn't doubt it. We could see this one hit over 1,000. I'm hoping for 1,200. I don't know if it'll get there or not, but it should be able to get somewhere between a 7 to 10x at least, I think, out of Aave, realistically. Not just throwing numbers, moon bags. 25x! Get in there! Hold on to that with them diamond hands until we hit $20,000. Don't listen to anyone. Diamond hand it, but buy it all now. Don't sell what I'm selling on your ass. Alright, so Aave looking kind of juicy. What'd you say? Juicy. And syrup is kind of down. I think it's still around 15-16 cents. Uniswap, that one though. Check out Uni. Yeah, it's pullbacks. It went up to 450, 458. Now it's 385. I'm having troubles keeping my thumb off that buy button right now. Let's try to be sensible. Be sensible. All right. Ooh, trend line comes where all these moving averages are hanging at 332. You think you might go back down there? Moving average wise, we're losing the 100, so we're definitely flirting with coming back to 360 where the 200 moving average is. We got a bullish cross trying to happen over here. Now 2 out of 3 times that we might actually have to lose this 200. Probably bet we might be touching that in the bottom trend line again. Maybe. Other scenario is, well, we're trying to go parabolic and we're curving up and we got a secondary trend line. Well, are you holding it? All right, so you need to bull trap or bear trap our little asses really quick, regain the 100 and the trend line. Could happen. Could happen tomorrow. Could. That would be a bullish sign. They'll be like, oh, definitely need a buy. I got to FOMO in. I got to buy it under $4. Please stay under $4. Maybe. But if not, then 330 is looking like a damn good place to buy. I think I'm going to have to call in a second opinion. Fibs, what do you see, Fibs? Well, I see that you went to your 618 right there after you pulled back to your 618. I find that very interesting. Well, good for you. So we got a definite pivot point. ERZ. it needed to pull back here. All right. So our first place of interest I'm going to look for fib-wise will be the 382. My reasoning for looking for a 382 pullback is we made a bottom over here. This is a lower low. We made our first lower high, our first higher high out of this little guy. Possible trend change is trying to happen. Ribbon's trying to flip. If she's going to do the big ass 1-to-1 bullish move, it's going to happen here. Retesting this little guy over here. And I should have done it with the fibs, but we'll just do it the old-fashioned way and get that 1618 target. Right in. That's right at $6. That is right at $6. $6 make me a holla. I get paid to do the wild thing. Crazy. You called it I called it 1618. It's a negative 618. I remember I get confused when they flip around like that in the negatives, but that's it. That's it. And the reason I like to have the fibs out because I can get my secondary target over here without having to do some kind of funky calculation or secondary measure move. So I like 544 and right at $6 for upside potential, but only if this is as far as we come down. So if we respect that 200 moving average, we get a bounce off this in 382. I'm looking for those guys. If we do not, well, then I think we're working on something else than an AB equals CD at a 382 fib. I might get one down here or be setting up for something that gives us a lower high or even a higher high, but we end up back down here at $2. And there's some other things that we could be looking at here, but we don't know until we see how it reacts to these guys first. But losing that trend line, either you're going to recover now and just say, screw you, I'm going, or you can dip down here and then try it again. But you are losing a trend line, so it's looking a little less likely. I mean, it's giving us more reasons to kind of look at this one with suspect, right? You got to make sure we get confirmations here at this 382. Don't want to blindly go in and say, 382, let's go. I want to say, okay, you got to show me a little something because we got to fight through this resistance. We're going to get bullish AF over here. It's got to start showing up with some volume, right? I want to look at all those things when they come into play over here. And it's easier to do when I can map it out on a bigger time frame like this 4 hour. Right? Easier to do when we can map it out on the Fibonacci because they don't really depend on time frames at all. They just depend on your moves, on the ratios of the most recent low and high, or you know, however you scale it out. You can scale it out time frames that way, or you can just scale out on one, just get the bigger picture. But it's based on price action numbers. Which are going to be the same high and low whatever time frame you're on, locally or on the bigger move. Well, this is always going to be a bottom on whatever time frame, right? This is going to be a top. Doesn't matter if it's the daily. The numbers didn't change. Doesn't matter if it's the 1 hour. Those numbers didn't change. Therefore, my fib does not change. It respects my fib. Fib are magical that way. Moving averages will change. They're relative. They're dynamic. They change. Trend lines, they can be subjective on your trend on your time frames, right? You're not going to have the same ones on everything, but your bigger ones, bigger time frames, have the most weight. They went out. But the fibs, baby, they like Shakira's hips, baby. And Shakira, a fine woman at her age. I'm just saying, he's still beautiful, baby. Them hips don't lie, baby. You know what? According to my statistical analysis, that sounds fancy, but the YouTube analytics and everything, most of you guys were all right around the same age, within about 10 years anyway. But we're all basically right around the same age, so I guess we resonate I guess our humor is somewhere around we relate to some that resonate with some of the same things, music or whatnot. The younger generation's not really hanging out with the turkeys. Not too many 18 to 20-year-olds hang out with the turkey. Most of you are starting to. You're seeing some gray hair. I'm just saying. You're starting to feel those old fart vibes in the morning when you wake up. That's all I'm saying. Jeez. I don't think it gets any better. It's hell. Used to could take a few ibuprofen in the mornings and we're cool now. Now it's like, damn, this stuff goes for hours, dude. Still doesn't. Hell. Jesse Nova says, yes, BTC. Subscribe to the channel. Sub. I agree. Lucky went right back into XLM Bitcoin after closing IDO. Sweet. What is IDO? Oh, is it LDO? Is it Lido? Is that what we're talking? I'm reading it as IDO. That's why it's not registering with me. But I think you mentioned Lido the other day, right? And Lido do. Possible double bottom trying to happen over here. That's cool. Possible breakout retest. It may go deeper. Probably will. Double bottom situation over here. Lower low. Got to keep your eye on that. Don't want that to be a trend. Neckline. A good fair chance to come back and retest that. Can't remember exact statistics, but it's in the 60% areas there. The lower 60s, I believe. So it does have a decent chance to come back to about 3 cents there, 30 cents. It's at 32 now. Moving averages, a rejection here, yeah. I bet, so you're not a 5 waiver. Well, not from this count, but from here you might be. Yeah, we got something here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this A, B, C, or is this A, B, C? That's what we got to figure out. So basically, we can look for a 618 over here, which is right over here at the 200 moving average, and that's the one on a 4 hour, 8 hour, whatever. We're on a good time frame. See those two combinations come up together. That's a wink and a smile right there. They can't come out and tell you, or they'd be insider trading, but the indicators, they can kind of go. Give you a few nods and a few eyebrow raises and a few head points and a few clearing of the throat, saying, keep your eyes on that. Keep your eyes on that. Oh, 30 cents. Oh, no. Yeah, I was talking about temperature. We weren't talking about price. 30 degrees. That's when water freezes if you're 32-ish. Whatever, see? About science. So that would be a cool place. I think you might be headed down there, Lido, for something positive. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2 hours are in. We got 14 of the coolest people ever hanging out here, and some of you guys, I feel bad because you didn't get to see it earlier and you missed out on it. And I guess, it's only fair, just to show you the very best. The very elite, not very few people are ever going to see this, especially tonight. So because you're still here, good ass coffee commercial.
Allow me, miss.
Good ass coffee. Hey there, fella. Want some ice cream?
Right this way.
Lovely day.
She will never see you.
It's a squirrel alert.
Are you serious right now?
When the nuts are gone, we
I'm on a
sound the
stakeout.
call.
Want a stakeout? Have a cone.
It's a squirrel alert.
Ah, good ass coffee. Cooter is all you need in any market.
She a MILF, part of a well-balanced diet.
Look, a bonus commercial.
Every morning, yeah, I gotta try it. Yeah. Pour it up, milky cereal in my bowl. My bowl. Mom's in life forever, that's good for my soul. For real. Hey.
He's wearing Send It cologne. One whiff and you'll ignore every red flag, just like he ignores every red candle. Bro, she's the liquidity. Send it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with me, 15 people. Thank you for putting up with my commercials. Thank you for putting out my potential future spills for good-ass coffee. I'm trying to see if I can make this an awesome thing. And I'm dying to try it out. I want to see it and test all the different roast over there. But we're getting into a little, maybe some merch, see how that runs. But maybe even some good-ass coffee t-shirts and maybe some other stuff coming. I don't know. We'll just go little by little. But we got a few ideas. And I just take it a little at a time, see what sticks and what doesn't. You just got to throw things at a wall and see what the hell happens. In the meantime, if you like some of the music that you're hearing, you can go check it out on Defcoin Records. I need to put some more out over there and get some input from you guys on that one. But you also got this. You also got, of course, you know, my channel is Road Dawg Crypto. DAWG Crypto. Did you know that if you add one magical word there, there's this little hack that you can do that goes and lets you hear all my paid-for streaming music for free here on YouTube? Please keep this under wraps. I don't know if they're ever going to fix this, and I don't want to get out to any chat groups and all that. That would be horrible. Then everybody would go listen to my music, and I want to keep it secret and away from the public as much as possible, or else I wouldn't put it over here on YouTube in such a hidden location. But anyway, if you type the word topic after the Road Dawg Crypto, and again, this is a trade secret here. It does take you to a very exclusive secret site on YouTube where all my paid for streaming music, you would have to subscribe to like Amazon or something like that to hear these songs. But this is one of them little backdoor loopholes that, you know, we engineered after one of our business, or one of our headquarter meetings, our corporate meetings here at the Road Dawg Crypto Enterprise Show, whatever, at Good Ass Products here. You know, we're always looking for new innovation. Oh god, I'm getting all my companies mixed up. So many companies that we own because we're just rich, filthy billionaires here. We just do this just because, well, the nanny's out walking the kids, and I got a few free hours over here. And then we'll have the nanny take the wife shopping so that I can go talk to the other nanny over here. She's cool to talk to. Anyway, Road Dawg Crypto topic, that is right over here. And you can get, there's a bunch. There's like 187 singles over here. And a couple of albums. Yeah, I know, albums. Like The Bull Run is a Fairy Tale. And even got Christmas music. That's going to be coming up soon. All right, so that's enough senseless shields. Unless you want to watch like some music videos, crypto music videos, and there are some here on the Road Dawg channel. But also, you know, there's a lot to peruse over here at the Crypto Music TV channel, and there's even the Friday night video show, which currently is. We ran a few episodes there, but currently I wouldn't say canceled, but it's definitely on the back burner right there. But Squirrely Dave comedy, and then of course also some of the videos featured here on there are available over in the video section here. If you just want to kind of, and a commercial or two, that's crazy. But I don't know. Here is Paranoia Pump on video right here. A lot of our videos here at the Defcoin Records and Road Dawg Crypto are big multi-conglomerate, growing corporation that's going to take over the world as soon as we get that damn fancy foot group full. Always got Cooter there. Good old Cooter. Cooter is our mascot here at the channel because we just can't get. You should. Yeah, it's tempting. Sometimes you just want to jump out there and buy some Cooter if you can't find the free Cooter, and you need to go out and maybe you have to spend some money on some Cooter. Get you some Cooter though, but you don't want to sell your Cooter. And we're right like Michael Saylor on that. Once you buy the Cooter, don't sell the Cooter. Don't whore out your Cooter. You know, protect that Cooter. Keep that Cooter sacred and holy. Take care of that Cooter. Play with that Cooter. Rub it, pet it, lick it, whatever you want to do with that Cooter, because that's part of the theme song for it. But Yeah, just don't sell your cooter, man. Unless you get a really good price out of it. Cooter's our mascot coin, Pump.fun. So is Road, but I don't have a cute little Road mascot. We do have Squirrely Dave, but we're not getting a Squirrely ticket. We're not doing another meme coin. Anyway, thank you 12 people for hanging out, going to the end screen, listen to the same music we listened to last time. See you there.
Put the money in the market. Put the money in the market. I saw a coin go pop. It's pumping on my screen. X is buzzing loud. Got a fever for the green. Call the crypto doc. Said, man, what should I do? He said, trader, listen up. Here's the plan for you. Put the money. It's a terrible day in the telegram.
Hype is at a pretty decent place.
A bloody red day for the holders. Would
But
you
will it stick?
sell now? Could you sell now? It's a catastrophic day in the discard room. A liquidation day for the believers.
There's your argument for it. I mean, there's a trade set up there right here, bottom of the trend line. You don't want to put your stop loss somewhere around $49 to $50 somewhere through there.
Always wanted to protect you, but the charge just kept on falling through. Won't you be my bank holder?
I gotta tweak something over here. I noticed with my outro music that it doesn't play very loud, and I think it's picking up on my microphone. It doesn't when I talk, but even when I shut up, it should go back up to its volume. And it's not been doing that great over here. Go check that out. But anyway, yeah, you got a trade set up like you put a tight stop loss. You would want to, because it invalidates when this trend line is broken for this idea. But just to get back up to where we were before, that's a what? 10 to 1 risk reward ratio? This is on a big 8-hour. Damn, really? But my concern is, like here on the smaller time frame, the 2 hours. See, we got a rollover on these moving averages. So the ribbon has flipped, so it's officially bearish over here on this time frame. Doesn't mean we can't get back up to $63 to test it though. So this might be a more realistic trade setup right here, which is still not bad. That's still almost a 5 to 1. So yeah, I think you got a possibility. Or you got a trade set up. There'll also be something to consider over here at $58, and even that idea is 2.5 to 1. Not great, but not horrible. So yeah, I can see some reasons. You just have to put a deeper stop loss than if we were bouncing off of that trend line. Ethiopian brew? I think I did see some Ethiopian beans. Bitcoin is moving. Holy crap, shoot. Are we in a long over here? We need to be in a bit. Thank you. You're only in $4. That's why you can't never grow this freaking account. Are you going to chase it? You want to add to it? All right, so here is one of my little weaknesses that I've got, and I'm just going to talk about it. So I got a small ass account, which means I got small ass trades, which means I only got $4 of margin on 25x, and it's still not making me happy, even though I'm 15% up. So I get this little voice in my head that says, "Look, Road Dawg, you cleared this level over here." That is technically a trade setup, right? That is a breakout trade. And honestly, I hate them. They are the last resort that I ever want to go to. But I do find myself looking at them at times like this and saying, well, this should be a pretty decent place to add to a trade. But really it's not, because it's at a damn high spot. And what it's going to do is ruin my damn entry, right? So I got an entry. Where's my add? See, I'm already up here. If I add to my trade, it's just going to bump this up here, and then it ruins my stop loss. It ruins my risk to reward for what I got going on now, which if I just kind of move this up gradually, I can reduce that below my original thought trend line, break this trend line, my trade idea is over. But I do have the temptation when these happen to add something in it. I'd like to add some to it, but it'll just add like $1 or $2, not enough to do anything, but enough to ruin my trade. And then I got to put my stop loss closer, because that also made it bigger, or I'll be feeling the need to do that, or that strategy will come into play very soon, and maybe sooner than it needs to. So my little happy ass needs to just take what I got and be thankful for it, and then hope that this damn turbo trade that I'm in, we looked at that tonight, right? Wasn't it bullish? Didn't it look good? Or am I just trying to tell myself that because I'm in drawdown? It's been a worse drawdown though. It was a little bit worse than that. So if I wanted to add to this one, I could. Now this one might be a contender to add to it, right? So you're in a triangle pattern shape over here, right? You got a nice solid trend line here, and that's very important. And then you got this guy over here, this kind of channel or wedge or however you want to define it over here. You could do that if you want, but it doesn't trump this trend line. This is the one that tells you if you need to bail out of this trade or not. This one here, not this one. This is just a little second. It's not even a secondary trend line. It's a different trend line. But I see a possible trade idea right here. Should I add? Well, I could add to my position over here. What I got? I got $3 over here. Now, for my tiny account, playing a meme coin, even though it's at 3x, that still puts my account at risk because. Here we go. What if we were to add to this little guy, though? Where are you trying to go, Turbo? Well, I still got my original take profit area right over here. It's still good. That's still a 5-to-1. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like, yeah, I can go ahead and add just a wee bit. Let me take about 4%. Should be about $2. That's going to be too much. That's going to ruin it. I can't even do that. I can do 1%, which is about 50 cents. Let's see what that does. How far? Add 50% to this trade on this tiny ass account. How much does that? Does it ruin it? It could. I didn't do bad. Okay, well, I can do another one then. Look, I'm getting greedy now. Let's do 5 or 6 of them. That was fun. No, shut up. Oh, wait a minute. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at this. Yeah, you did screw up my, because I'm in the negative. It's lowering it. Okay, I could go. Okay, so I got all sidetracked there. So my average entry is above it. Dumbass. How else would you be in the negative? Gosh. My stop loss is still 49 cents. I can still add to this and bring this down. Okay. All right. I'm on the wrong side. Everything I've been saying, I've been playing on the wrong side. It's actually to my advantage until I get my 1% in my stop loss. Then I've went too far. But according to my rules, I'm allowed myself $1. Now, because this was a $100 account, I should technically probably knock it down to 1% of its current amount, which would be 60 cents, which is what this is right now. And you know, since we are there, I think I'm gonna follow that. So this is a true 1% of this account. So I'm following my rules. And what that does is it keeps me in the game. And I may not get the most greatest reward. I only get risking that 60%. If I take my profit here, I'm only winning $2, which is not exciting on a $100 account. It's not. It's so much more exciting on a $20,000 account. We can say we do this every day, but still, that account ain't doubled any more than this one has right over here. I'm just saying. It's hard. Takes some time, takes some practice, takes getting in on the right moves. And it takes not getting stopped out too damn much, because that has got to be one of the worst enemies, just trying to trade chop and just keep taking all those little stop losses. Oh, that was wrong. That didn't stop me. And it's okay to be wrong, but it's a sign of over trading if we're getting stopped out too much, as well as a sign of maybe not picking the strongest setups, right? So, things to consider, to think about. Preaching to myself over here. Don't buy the breakout unless it's a bearish diversion. Oh, you mean to make people go short? That's why I learned about breakouts at moments. Oh, have they got bearish divergence over there? Or you're saying unless it has bearish? So I look for bullish divergence over here on these bottoms. I didn't mention that, but that, especially if we're in a fib area. But looking for bullish divergence on trend lines. But yeah, I also take it if I'm going to add a breakout or something like that, looking for bearish divergence. Do we have any? Bigger time frames are kind of helpful. So no bearish divergence there. Not really much of any divergence. I mean, just got a fair shot. It's got a fair symmetrical triangle shot of trying to go up. See what happens. He said bull. Okay, gotcha. I agree. Well, that's the new secret brew here. Road Dawg, I do leverage. I do $1 to $2 moves, $2,000. So if I'm long or short, I cannot afford more than 0.5% error. It's been a long road. I agree. So I need precise entry or else I'm wrecked. No more Jennies. Hey, thank you for sharing, my man. See, when you guys share things like this individual information and things like that, I mean, other people get benefit from that because they get to see another trader's perspective and mindset and the way they're looking at it. Because we all look at it different. We're all coming at it from a different point of view. We all got different amounts of money. We all got different appetites, different coin choices, different entry ideas, different indicators, different strategies. We're all different, right? But we try to find where we can find some common ground and something we can relate to, or at least put up with, right? And each other. And say, okay, I can agree to disagree, or okay, all right, you use that indicator and it sucks, I hate it, but I'll still hang out with you every once in a while. Just don't pull it out in front of my friends. Last time you did that, they made fun of me for 3 weeks. And don't tell my mama. He doesn't know I'm using leverage. Thank you for hanging out, ladies and gentlemen. We got our 2 hours and 33 minutes in. I'm looking at altcoins, trying to get a little traction over here, and so far, we are here on the daily, up 1%. Looking for this guy to hopefully keep going up and making our altcoin dreams a little bit more fun and a little less nightmarish. But let's be cautious and see what happens on the regular markets tomorrow. This one breaks out and goes up. I don't know what to expect. I mean, it could be good. It could be bad for crypto too. If it does, if stocks, AI and chip stocks and all that stuff start getting hot, altcoins may be on the back burner again like they were a couple years ago when stocks outperformed crypto and altcoins. So let's keep that in mind too. We'll be looking at stocks over here too. I got some stock videos out. Go check them out. There's still some good buys happening right now. Go God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus loves you. I just have to tell you that every night so that you know. You can't say that you don't know. All you got to do is just say a little prayer and invite him in and have him to come into your life. And little by little, you'll start seeing some changes. It's not a big miracle. Not usually, it can be, but little by little, and things get better. See you on the next one, ladies and gentlemen.